Hey team, and welcome back to part 7 of the Fire Emblem 7 Let's Play. I know it's been a little while, but you know, like I said, I was on vacation, had a couple of holidays, the work, so on and so forth. Anyway, doesn't matter. Hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July, and with that being said, let's dive right in to Chapter 14. As soon as these cutscenes are over. Forgot about that part. Fair warning, this is when the plot actually starts to, like, matter and form. So, if that is an important thing to you, maybe cutscenes are important. I'll be right back. I'll see if I can't just let these cutscenes run while I'm at it. Yeah, so it turns out that you definitely can't just have cutscenes running in your absence, so it's gonna be a cut instead. Sorry about that. I do like this theme though. And yes, for people who played 6 first, that is the Erik that is also the boss of chapter, I think, 4 in Binding Blade. If I'm not entirely mistaken, this is the exact same map too. I think this whole map was designed as like the map at least was designed as a shout out, and they tossed in the little story element of Erik, even though he was super minor in Binding Blade. They wanted to be consistent, I guess. So they made Erik here, and they like scripted that he doesn't die or something when you kill him, which is frustrating because he's a prick, but I'm sorry if I'm rushing through this a little quickly. I just don't have a lot of time to record these days, so I'm trying to, you know, get as much actual gameplay squeezed into an episode as I possibly can. I hate how Erik just totally gives up the plan here. Like, he totally, like, doesn't even try to continue. Like, Eliwood says, what are you trying to find out? And he could have just said, well, I was going to know if you were telling Astya about my dad's stuff. He drops the whole plan. It's like, I was trying to deceive you, and then I was going to kill you. Just so that you're aware. But no, he just, like, There's no tact here. It's kind of silly, like, that they made Erik this stupid. Like, they're trying to make him out to be a clever character, but then they don't give him any sort of tact. I never liked this scene because of that. But also, there's a lot of bad boys. Who are you? Right. We have a quote-unquote new unit, I guess. Wasting my time. It's been like, what, 5 minutes? Still in cutscene time? Alright, welcome to the first... Never mind. Hi, Merlinus. Hello. And this chick. Okay. Welcome to the prep screen. This is officially going to be at the start of every chapter. From this point forward, you're going to get this screen. It's going to have the chapter title. It's going to have the... Well, it's not going to have the chapter title, but it'll have the chapter number. It's going to have the objective of the chapter. And then this little window here that's designed to take up all the negative space they left. It's the Pick Units menu. From here, you can choose which units you want to bring. For this one, it is allowing us to bring all of them. So we're going to go ahead and bring all of them because this chapter is a little bit difficult. But yeah, normally there's like a limited number and the number is less than you have, so you have to like pick and choose which units, and you would do that on this screen. Like you just click A and then it unselects them. You'll notice Hector's name is highlighted in green. That literally just means that you have to bring Hector. And honestly, from what we've seen with Hector through this Let's Play, that is actually based on the levels he's got. That might not necessarily be the best thing. But he's usually the only one. I think he is forced in every map, and then sometimes Ellie Wood and a later character are going to be forced as well. But that's rare, and it's not a huge deal. This is the trade menu. From here, you can trade items and weapons and stuff around between these guys. You can use certain items like promotion items and stuff like that. You got your list. This shows you everything that you have total in your convoy, in possession by a person, and it'll tell you in the top of the list who owns it. For instance, Marcus is currently holding this iron sword. You can transfer, which shows you just stuff that's in the convoy. It's the same as the list, but just the convoy stuff. You can sell stuff that's in inventories, and you can straight up just drop it all in the convoy if you want to. We'll talk about the convoy more in a minute, because it's doesn't really get introduced until the start of the map, which is totally fine. Like, it works out and all that, but it's just not appropriate to talk about here. In Fortune, you can check 3 things. You can check your rank. As you can see, we're not doing too bad, but it's not a ranked run. So it's not a huge deal. We won't really be checking it ever. Your tactician ranking is irrelevant, but basically the amount of stars there adds a point of hit and avoid to your to units with the same affinity as your tactician. I think it's that. I think it's a point of hit and avoid, something like that. Some slight negligible bonus, and the augury is where you talk to Hannah, and Hannah will give you like some insight into the next fight for a price, but the price isn't that bad. So if you do want to see what she says, you can do that. I'm not going to, because I know what's coming. I've played the game before, but especially if you're playing it for the first time, Hannah's actually very helpful. This is just a save option. You can just come here and save, and when you restart the chapter, it'll save your battle preparations. So like if I moved one of these javelins over to Oswin or something, I wouldn't have to redo that when I got, if I had to restart the chapter, because I could just save the battle preparations here. And then checking map is probably the most important thing that you can do from this menu. It literally lets you look at the map before you actually have to do the map. Like, it's very nice. I believe, I don't know off the top of my head the differences between this map in Eliwood and Hector's mode, but I do know that if you're playing on Hector hard mode, there's an extra soldier here, and a knight there. Also from this screen, you can shift people around. You can just move people about. I'm going to go ahead and move while we're here Sarah up there. Just so that, well, for reasons that will be explained further into the future when they become relevant. I'm actually going to move her all the way over here. And I'm going to leave Dorcas and Bartray probably over here. Because I think there's going to be some Pegasus Knights coming out of here, and there's definitely going to be some pirates coming out from about here to come get this village. So we are going to try to rush down that village with Marcus, which means he should probably be in a different location. But yeah, I think that's all the preparations we have to do. Everybody just has whatever they have already, and that's fine because we don't have any extra items for them. Okay, let's get into the chapter. Let's actually play some video games here. Never mind. Okay, this is where it's important to talk about Merlinus. Alright. We are going to go ahead and deploy him in every map, because there is no reason to not deploy him in every map. Alright. She's going to talk to me as foreshadowing. I'll explain why that's important in just a moment. No, never mind. The video game's going to explain why that's important for me. A little bit, at least. Alright, now that we've actually begun playing the video game, here's Merlinus' tent. If you'll notice, I can't like select him as a unit. He can't move, but he does have stats. He does have growth rates. He's a unit enough that we're gonna go ahead and take a look at him, because he has a very important value to the team. Basically, if people get too many items, for instance, Lowen has his inventory full. So if Lowen goes to like visit a village or something, gets an item that he can't carry, as long as Merlinus is deployed on the map, he can send it to Merlinus instead of trying to carry it and resulting in him dropping it. So yeah, he's actually very helpful. He can contain like 200 things, I think, of just any classification, just hold 200 things. That's very nice. For every map that you deploy him and he survives, he gains a level. His growth rates are very focused on his avoidance, because that's honestly the only stat he needs. He does promote automatically at level 20, but his main purpose is as a convoy tent. So we are gonna go ahead and try to like protect him in every chapter and all that, because it gets him levels, makes him better, so on, and his services are valuable to the team. Also, this green boy just popped out of the village. His name is Erik. If you are just looking at him on the face of it, his bases are a wee bit underwhelming, but he'll grow. He usually grows, and he comes with a goddess icon, which is usually useless because luck is not a very important stat. But also, there's somebody in a future chapter that I'd like to give it to, so we're going to hold on to it. We want to get to this village pretty quickly, and I forgot to mention, if you want to recruit Erik, he has to talk to Sarah. I have no way of getting her over there on the first turn, but I would like to use, I think, either Hector or Lowen to clear a path. So let's do that now. Let's see what Lowen can do to this kid. Perfection in a handbasket. Man, I was rewatching the footage and all that while I was on my trip, and goodness gracious, Lowen, this Lowen is super strength blessed. He usually does not level nearly that well. Anyway, so we're going to move Sarah just right there because nobody's close enough. Oh, here's the boss. It's a route, so he doesn't matter. And if you look at those stats, he doesn't matter. He's about never. He's way better than these kids, but he's not. He's like one of your units, basically, but levels higher. That is what makes him scary, and as long as you attack first and with Hector, it doesn't matter. So, it's all good. Our designated tent defenders are going to be, for this chapter at least, Dorcas and Bartray. Dorcas clearly doing a lot better than Bartray. We're just going to toss some hand axes. That way we don't get countered, and we do some good damage. They're probably both going to target Bartray because he sucks. That's alright, because Dorcas is actually going to be able to kill this guy. Wow, buddy. Wow. Well done. Okay. So, now we just mobilize, I guess. I want to get Marcus moving as quickly as possible down to that village, but I also don't want him to, you know, accidentally kill everything that's along the way. There's not a whole lot down there right now. Oh, I think on Elliowood's mode, this is actually an armor knight. That's cool. I want to get down there very quickly, but I don't want to get down there so quickly that I jeopardize somebody. Normally I would just say Marcus, but also I don't want Marcus to get all of the kills. So we're going to move him kind of slowly, but quick enough that the pirates won't get him. Won't get the village, I mean. We're going to send Guy over here. We're going to double check that Rebecca won't get swatted there. And we're going to move Rebecca there. We're going to get Hector into the mix. We're going to get Matthew up here. And we are going to send Elliowood there. There's the pirates and bandits. They're going to gun for the villages, but if you're efficient, they won't get them. You'll be fine. To get both of them, I mean. Oh, he does go for Bartray. That's fine. They're probably, neither of them are probably long-run units anyway, so it doesn't really matter which one they go for. Like I said, we're going to be just leaving both of them right next to the tent. So, it does not matter. This guy's going to bounce off. Oh, almost one-shot territory, too. Good stuff. They're all going to mobilize towards me. Erik isn't going to do jack diddly squat because he doesn't have anybody to shoot at. And that is why we are trying to get... That is why we are trying to get that village down there. That is the reason. We are trying to play video games. We are actively trying to play video games. And you are continuing to talk to me. Not even to me, just expositionally. Okay, so a common misconception here is that you have to visit this village with Erik, because Erik is currently her bodyguard, yada yada yada. That's not true. You can visit it with anybody, you just get a special conversation if it's Erik. But we definitely want Priscilla. That is her name. I don't know if it's been said already. Where can this kid get to? Because I don't want to endanger Sarah or anything. Let's have a chat with... Oh, God. Let's have a chat with Erik. Erik used to be a bodyguard for Sarah, in case you didn't play Lin mode or something. Or it skipped all the cutscenes. There we go. He's ours now. He's got a Thunder Tome, so he's good at games. I want to visit this village because I don't want to waste too much time with this guy. I just don't want Erik, because Erik is definitely going to kill this guy on enemy phase, and I don't want to waste Erik accidentally, you know, get him killed. So this guy will do 10 damage, right? 10 damage to Erik. He'll get doubled. This guy will come over and do another 10. It's not a risk I am willing to take. So instead, we're sending in Lowen because he has higher defense, and we will leave Erik here to clean up the trash. That sounds like a plan to me. Hector can take out this guy. Just to lower sources of damage. Like, I'm not super worried about him dying. I'm just trying to get people in there to lower the source of damage count, you know. Rebecca almost actually kills this kid. I want her to, and it doesn't look like, if I can take out these guys, it doesn't look like there's any reason for me not to, so Oswin will clock this guy. Allywood, please? He can't do it. Here's what we can do, though. We can Iron Sword this guy with Allywood, just to do it. And then, instead of Rebecca fighting that soldier, she can come back down here and clean up the archer. There we go. That way she doesn't get countered by having her go second. Guy's defense is... What the? Okay, Guy's defense is gonna... he's gonna be fine. I wasn't expecting that at all. And then we are just gonna kindly shift Marcus down. Oh, we're just gonna remove this threat subtly and without remorse. And I think that is the turn. I also don't know if that cavalier that's guarding Priscilla's village is going to move, but I don't think we're anywhere near his range. Oh, right, these two. Just chill by the tent, boys. Because once the villages are clear, they're going to start coming for the tent, so... Yeah, Lowen's not going to, like, kill this guy or anything, but he definitely is going to not die. And that was the point. That was the reason that I put him there. So... yeah, Marcus is going to deal with this guy as well. I'm not super worried about him taking XP. Again, that's a pitfall. We don't worry about him taking XP here. That's not a real thing. That is a pitfall. Oh yeah, guy's got this. I'm not expecting him to crit. Just survive. That's surprising. The weapon triangle doesn't mean anything to Guy. Alright, so let's have Erik drop this guy. Oh shoot, forgot to turn his animations on. Hang on, just one moment. There we go. Merlin allegedly does have animations, but I don't know how to get them to show up. Like, I've never actually seen them happen before. So, yeah, that's why... Let's just do it. We have Sarah right there to heal Lowen. So, it's not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. And then either this guy books it out of here or gets killed on enemy phase. Yeah. Lowen is a beast, man. Lowen is crazy. I love him. With most of my heart. Maybe not most, but a good chunk. A good portion of my heart is foolishly in love with Lowen. There's no reason to kill this guy right now, and I don't want to waste a weapon that's as good as a javelin, so... I guess it's safe to start baiting the cronies. Yeah, before it starts getting real bad. So let's just put you here with the wolf bale to make them look sad. I guess get Oswin closer, because he can do work. Who snags this kill? Okay, Rebecca's the lowest level, but also I don't like her, so Allywood gets the kill. That's what's important to me. Guy is going to be fine. We're just going to put him right there, and then we're going to put her there for chipping. And him there for reasons I don't really just I just don't know what else to do with him, so that's where we'll put him. And enemy phase begins. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of work we can get done. This guy goes for Hector as predicted. This guy sucks as predicted. And Hector cleans his clock. All according to plan. Every part of that was calculated. Nothing else on this enemy phase was calculated except for that. That guy actually damaged Marcus. That's kind of unprecedented. This is only chapter 14. They're not supposed to be good yet. Or ever. Because they're FE7 enemies and they're bad. Oh! I thought this guy was gonna book it for a minute. Book it back to his home territory, or his fort, or whatever. Get some healing. Alright, Lowen. Get strength again. Or not. That's totally fine. I'm okay with that level up. You getting resistance is a good thing for me. Alright, this is the annoying part. This is why I said the chapter might be a little difficult. Not necessarily because the chapter is difficult, but because there's a mechanic that sucks. And on that note, before I have to actually deal with that mechanic, I'm going to call this an episode, because I've been recording for a while now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We're going to do our darndest to clean up this chapter in the next part. And yeah, please do like, comment, subscribe, the whole bit, and I will see you next time when we finally beat Erik.